Disclaimer: this video is an imagination written by author's perspective. It has nothing to do with real life. It's only for entertainment purpose. I own the storyline and narration, so please don't copy and repost my work. Thank you. Jisuk, she's my girlfriend and I love her so much, and she's pregnant with my baby. He said, and Mr. and Mrs. Jeon became shocked, and they can't believe on their own ears. Mrs. Jeon, what? She said with shocked expressions. Jisuk, yes, mom and dad, she's my love, and I want to marry her. She is pregnant and she needs me. I'm sorry, and I know I failed to be a good son, but I can't leave her. He said with teary eyes, Mr. John, how can you do this, Jisuk? I never expected this from you. You broke my trust. Now what will I say to Ryan's father? He sat and sat down while holding his head. Jungkook, Dad, you are thinking about her father instead of your son. Jisuk's happiness should be your first priority. Jungkook said calmly, but his father became angry. Mr. Jeon, so you are teaching him this. You want to make him like yourself. Jungkook, yes dad, I want to make him just like me, so he can fight for himself and protect his love. But for him, you are his god. Jungkook also became angry. Jisoo, calm down, Jungkook. I know that dad will understand me because he can't see me in pain. He said with teary eyes, and Mr. Jeon's eyes also became teary. Jisuk, Dad, loving someone is not a crime, right? And I suddenly fall in love with her, and now I can't marry someone else because now she is my everything, and I only want her. Jisuk's emotional words are directly hitting him. Jisuk, Dad, I always listen to you and your orders, but one time look at me and accept my decision for my happiness. Jisuk, leaving your family is not easy, and they are also my family because she is carrying my baby. He said with teary eyes, and Mr. Jeon looked at her. Mr. Jeon, but what about our reputation, Jisuk? How can you make this big mistake? He is still angry, but Jisuk is trying to make him understand everything and made him realize. Jisuk, that why you always think about your reputation. You are a father, so you should also think about your children's. You never thought about our happiness. Jisuk, you didn't support Jungkook when he needed you most, and now I needs you, and you are still thinking about your reputation. His words broke Mr. Jeon's heart. He realized that how Jungkook was crying in front of him, that he don't want to join the company and wants to become a mafia, but how Mr. Jeon kicked him out. And now he is the biggest mafia and run his own company and provides employment to peoples, and he also helps innocent peoples. Mr. John know everything, but still he never feels proud on him. He never praised his own son, who is doing so many good things alone, without any support. And today he realized that, Jisuk, you never see us in your ego, Dad. Jungkook, yes, Dad, Jisuk always listened to you and never said no to you because he loves you so much, Dad. So if you also love him, then why don't you accept his love for his happiness? Mr. Jeon's eyes became teary and he realized that his both son was diamond and he was the one who didn't understand them. Now he is feeling guilty. Mr. Jeon, I'm sorry, Jisuk and Jungkook. Maybe I failed as a good father. You know what? I always think that why my kids tell everything to their mom and why they love her more. But Mr. Jeon, but today I understood that why they shared everything with their mom because she understands them and always support them. I'm so sorry. He said while crying, and Jungkook and Jisoo also became emotional and they both hugged Mr. Jeon. Jungkook, it's okay, Dad. If you still change, then we are happy. He nodded and then he caressed Mia's head. Mr. John, I'm sorry, dear, but now you are like my daughter. I accept you as my daughter in law. Everyone became so happy. Mr. John, but I also liked Vian. She was so sweet and responsible girl. He said, and then Jisuk said, Jisuk, Dad, you can still make her your daughter in law. Jisuk, Jungkook loves her and wants to marry her, so ask her hand for Jungkook, Dad. He told everything to Mr. Jeon, and now Jungkook is feeling shy and everyone laugh. Mr. Jeon, okay, if he really loves her, then I'll talk to her father about their marriage, and then you both can marry together to your love. He said, and Jungkook hugged Mr. Jeon. Meanwhile, you are sitting in your room and your eyes are teary. Just then, your parents opened the door and entered inside your room suddenly. You quickly wiped your tears, but they saw your teary eyes. They come towards you and asked you with worried expressions, Your dad. Vian, what happened? Why are you crying, princess? Your mom. Yes, tell us, baby, what happened? They were asking you, so you decided to tell them because you can't sacrifice your love. You can't marry someone else. Vian, Dad, I don't want to marry Jisuk. You are straightforward, and your parents became shocked. Your dad, but why Vian? Your mom, he is a nice person, and I'm sure that he'll always keep you happy. She sat and tried to make you understand. Vian, but I love his brother Jungkook. Mom and dad, what? They both sat together with shocked face. Vian, yes, I love him, and I only want to marry him. So cancel this marriage. Vian, talk to his father and say him that I want to marry his younger son. Dad, I don't want to sacrifice my love. My love is true for him. You said with teary eyes. Your father loves you so much, so he decided to talk to Mr. John for your happiness. He wants to see you happy, so he agreed. Your dad, okay, I'll talk to him. Vian, thank you so much, Dad. You smiled and hugged your father tightly, and he also smiled. Your parents are happy for you. Then he called Mr. John and told him to meet tomorrow. Next day, Mr. John and your dad meet each other, and your dad told him that you love Jungkook and wants to marry him. So Mr. John became so happy. Then Mr. John also told him that Jungkook also loves you. And he also told him that Jisoo also loves someone else and wants to marry her. They make everything clear and then they decided the marriage date because now they can't delay the wedding. Because Mia is also pregnant and now they decided that they should do all the preparations for the wedding. Then they both hugged each other and congratulates each other. Time skip. Mr. John told Jungkook that he fixed his marriage with you next week and he also wants to marry him because you love him. Jungkook can't believe that you also love him. Jungkook is so happy after hearing this that his love is not just one sided. You also love him and now he is so excited to marry you. He can't even express his happiness. Next week, you and Jungkook just got married, and then Priest announced you both as husband and wife. Priest, now you may kiss the bride. Priest said, and your heart started beating so fast. He smiled and pulled you close to him, and then softly kissed your lips, and you also kissed him back. You can feel butterflies in your stomach, and this feeling is so beautiful. Jungkook, I can't believe that now you are mine, Mrs. John. I'm so happy. He said, smiling, and you also smiled back. Ryan, I'm also so happy, my love. Ryan, finally our love wins and we are together. He nodded with teary eyes and then he lovingly kissed your forehead with so much love in his eyes. Everyone cheered for you both, and finally Jungkook and Jisoo got married to their love, and everyone is so happy today. The end. Thanks for watching.